And you'll see them both attack each other at mid. And so you'll see that both Ryans go towards each other. They exchange a few hammer swings. And then you'll see the Soul Dynasty Reinhardt take some damage. And so this will show an example of the Zarya Reinhardt's both sort of moving as the Reinhardt takes damage and he gets some ult charge and swings his hammer. He will need to heal up, and so the Soul Zarya will move forward and take his place as the front line and use the bubble. And so it's the Reinhardt and Zarya going back and forth. And you'll also notice that so this type of fight is called a neutral fight. It's where neither team has an ultimate, and so that there is no clear reason or strategy for engagement. What they're looking for is an opportunity. So it's called posturing. That's where each team is positioning themselves and they're poking, and they're looking to get an enemy player like out of position, and so they can kill them. And once they have a kill, then they could engage. So as you can see here, there is a clear sort of line of engagement where neither team will go past that line until there is there's an opportunity to engage. And so what ends up happening is the San Francisco Shock, Bridget, takes a lot of damage. She ends up in the front lines and she ends up dying. So if you'll see right here, she ends up dying because she's low health, and the Soul Zarya has an off angle where she's able to do damage onto the Bridget past her shield. And so the San Francisco Shock Bridget dies, and this is the cue for the Soul Dynasty to engage. And so they move forward. The San Francisco Shock retreats. But even as the Soul Dynasty move forward in their engagements, you can see that the Shock retreat into these rooms, and the Soul Dynasty do not fully enter the room. There's still a clear line of engagement that the Shock stay together and the Soul Dynasty stay together. You'll see the Soul Dynasty, they'll poke into these doorways trying to get damage and get kills, but they will not enter the doorways. So you'll also see the Soul Diva. What she'll do is she'll fly in to the room and fly out of the room, trying to boop one of the Shock players into the Soul Dynasty so the Soul Dynasty can get a second kill. So you'll see the Soul Diva, she'll fly in, she'll boop the Zarya, but she doesn't actually get anyone out. The San Francisco Shock Reinhardt's trying to retreat. And so what happens here is the Shock Diva tries to do kind of the same thing that the Soul Dynasty Diva did, where the Shock Diva tried to fly out and try to fly back in, giving her teammates a chance to retreat. But it seems like the Shock Diva ends up missing her flight and then running into the wall and not being able to get back into the doorway. So even pro level divas will run into walls. So the shock diva runs into the wall, can't get back inside, gets killed, and now that the Soul Dynasty are up 2, this is their cue to fully engage and actually chase kills. So the Soul Dynasty go into the room looking for more kills and then to finish off um, the shock, and the shock try to fully retreat.